It should be just be, oh, this week we're gonna update this line of phones, and the next week we're gonna do that one, and then by the end of the year we're gonna have all our phones updated. It should be
Yeah.
the same for all phones.
So moving on, the iPod Touch, nothing huge there. Just now there's a white version, and there's a price drop. Um, the not iPad, iPod Nano, um, pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
And the iPod Classic was not killed, thankfully.
Really, I thought it was.
No, I checked the Apple Store yesterday. It was still up there.
Oh, okay.
Um, and the iPod Shuffle, I have no idea, because
The iPod Shuffle thing gonna get an upgrade. It's the same thing.
yeah. So, um, as far as the iPod Nano goes, I have the newest version. I've yet to, well, I've seen a few of them, but I see very little, and the only time I have seen them is being used as watches out in public.
Yeah. I have a friend of mine that has one of those, and he uses it for music. He loves it for music, but I wish they were a little bit cheaper because popping down a 129 for an 8 gig iPod Nano when
Yeah,
I could save the other money and buy an iPod Touch. I really do think it should be less than $100. Maybe that $99 should be the price for the new Nanos. And if you want to go up to 16 gig, okay, then you can go up to 120. But I think $99 should be the base because that attracts a lot more business. And with that functionality of a watch, I think a lot of people will just start picking up the iPod Nano and the watches in the watch cases more often than they would if it was just somebody's birthday or Christmas or just having money. I think if the iPad Air was to come down just a little bit more, I think they would see a lot more numbers with that. That's my only gripe with the iPad Air. But for so far, the iPad Air is pretty cool. I use them quite a bit.
yeah. That if they could get $100 on it, that would be really a really good price point. Because
Yeah.
then it would almost be like just buying a nice watch, and except it's way more than just a watch.
Yeah.
Um, but I think that's it as far as the keynote went. What day does iOS 5 come out? Is it?
The iOS 5 comes out, I believe, on the 12th. If you want to know how to get it now, I'll give Jaelen the link. There's a way you can get it now by downloading the Golden Master Edition and just restoring your devices with it. I restored it with my iPhone 4 and my iPad, and so far it's been running great. So if you want just a little bit of an early taste of iOS 5, I'll put the link down in the down bar in case you guys want to see what it's like to run iOS 5.
That would be awesome. But moving on to the biggest news of the week. So Wednesday, Steve Jobs passed away, as everybody already knows. I don't think we have to say too much about that because it's been covered pretty heavily already. But yeah, the biggest surprise to me, besides the obvious of him actually passing away, but the biggest surprise to me was the reaction around the world, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, people making or people leaving things at the Apple stores as far as flowers and apples and candles.
Yeah.
I definitely did not see that coming.
I see it coming later. Actually, when I found out, I was having a really bad day when I found out. So when it happened, I was just like, wow, this actually happened. And then after like a half an hour after I found out, I bought his official biography of Bunch Noble on iTunes, and ever since then, you don't, I don't feel like you don't feel like you're the same person anymore because like I said in my tribute video that I posted on my main channel, he was a big inspiration to me for everything that I do, and now that he's gone, it's like wow, the world seems really different. But his legacy goes on and his ideas and his products, and I think Apple's executive team is going to be even great. I think Tim Cook is doing a great job as CEO. I think he gave an excellent keynote address last week, and I believe things are just going to keep evolving and getting better as they always do.
Same here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I was reading an article on New York Times and it said that he left I don't know if this is an exact number. This is off the top of my head because I don't remember. But I think it was about $4 billion to his family, which is a huge surprise. I mean, could you imagine just getting $4 billion after your dad just died? That'd be ridiculous.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. I'm pretty sure, like, I'm pretty sure most of that would go towards family stuff, like covering like funeral costs and common death stuff. But
yeah.
I think I read also on there that I think that some of the money that Apple makes quarterly, or I think yearly, will go towards cancer research, and also his family will donate some money towards cancer research.
Awesome. So, yeah, I guess we can move on from there. And that was pretty much it, I think, for the rest of the week. I mean, obviously, that was the biggest story for pretty much. I think that's the biggest story of the year.
Yeah.
Um, it isn't a good story, but story
Yeah.
at that. So, yeah, unless you have anything else that you want to talk about, I think that'll do it.
No, I think we're pretty good. I think next week the iPhone 4S comes out, so we'll see some reviews of that. And I'll get my review when I get it in February. I'm pretty sure you'll give your review when you possibly get one. And rest in peace, Steve Jobs. Thank you for everything. And I think without him, I don't think iJuice360 would be possible right now. So thank you to Steve Jobs, and
Big thanks.
you're awesome.
So, yeah, on that note, thank you everybody for watching. Um, Thanks to Mr. Jobs, and prayers go out to the Jobs family. And that'll do it for this show, guys. I'm not too sure if this will be like episode 1 or if I'll just pick up from the episodes that we left off beforehand. But you guys obviously know this by now. So thanks for watching, and we will see you next week.